Not with PTSD, it's never um I've been in from what I learned from being like interned in hospitals and in partial programs is that it's never a linear um it's never a linear recovery. It's always going to be kind of like in a like in kind of like a spiral. Like sometimes you can go up, or sometimes you'll um digress, and it's never linear though. So don't expect it to be linear because there are hard days. Sometimes you could go a whole day without like having any flashbacks, having no nightmares, and then other days a simplest trigger, something you wouldn't think about, and it could send you back. What I do, I used to write poetry to just kind of get those words out, those thoughts out. Um, I haven't tried the gym though. I've been wanting to try the gym, mostly because also with health issues that I'm having with gaining weight, but also because I hear like the endorphins that release. I do shooting games, and I know, it's controversial. I'm a really big like Fortnite and Apex player, so I just imagine emptying a whole clip on whoever did me wrong. Um, I'm not good at it, but it helps to at least like humorous relief of just kind of like, yeah, bitch, die. So, painting, I've painted too. Um, just to kind of like, it's like a peaceful thing, like it's meditative. And simply just taking a bath or laying down in a shower, having water like wash over you, and just kind of like repeating like this mantra of like, let the water wash over my sadness. It helps.
Yeah, I love that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. So we're gonna go to the next speaker.
All right, our final speaker of the evening is Giselle. Giselle became a personal trainer after her struggle with anorexia nervosa as a teenager. Through an improved relationship with nutrition, fitness, and herself, she obtained a Bachelor's of Science in Kinesiology along with a PT certification through ACE. Now, as a personal trainer, she focuses on helping people achieve their health and fitness goals in a healthy and sustainable way. So, Giselle, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And thank you guys so much again for having me. I appreciate that as well. So yeah, pretty much like what the caption said. I dealt with anorexia nervosa, and I feel like that was the first time in my life, like a time where I was really struggling, not only physically but mentally. I feel like a lot of times when people think about anorexia, they only think about like the physical aspect, like okay, you get really skinny, you lose a lot of weight and stuff like that. But people forget it's a mental thing. It's a mental disorder as well. I had very irrational thoughts about a lot of stuff when it came to food, myself, lack of confidence, and just all that. So how it started, I was 13, and that's when I started my fitness journey. And it was just supposed to be like oh, I just want to lose 10 pounds, and like that's it. It was just supposed to be something very minor, nothing crazy. But as I started exercising, I like fell in love with it, but I got too obsessed with it. So I would exercise like every single day, no rest. Like I was that type of person, like no rest, like rest is for like the wimps, like weak, like I was just that type of person. Um so I did that, but eventually it led to a very dark path, and it came to a point where I lost like 40 pounds in like 2.5 months, like between like summer of like seventh grade to like eighth grade. So like seventh grade, I looked like full. Eighth grade, I was like really, really skinny, and everyone, obviously, no one knew, so everyone was like, "Oh my gosh, like how'd you lose weight?" Blah blah blah. So I was getting like praised for it, and I feel like that didn't help because I was getting praised. So in my head, I'm like, yeah, like I'm so like and I'm being honest, like I was very prideful. I was very stubborn and I was very ignorant and naive, you know, I was 13. But you know, I just thought I was like healthy and everything. But eventually I started experiencing health problems. Like I lost my period for like a year, about a year and a half. I was fainting often. So just things like that. And I noticed like even my skin too, like I was very dull. Like I really started noticing a lot, like my nails, just all kinds of stuff. Um, and my parents would, you know, eventually like they would come to me like, hey, you know, we think you have a problem. But I was just like, again, I was very stubborn. I was like, what are you talking about? I'm fine. Like I eat healthy. I'm fine. So I just had that mentality, but clearly it wasn't healthy. I just didn't realize that. But eventually, you know, I finally had like an awakening, like a realization of like, what am I doing? Like, why am I doing this? Like, why am I, you know, pushing myself too much? And then another thing I forgot to mention, I was still eating like meals, but I do remember like as time went on, I was like reducing portions like more and more and more. So it was getting to a point like of that. But you know, I just like felt like God was speaking to me. I'm Christian too, but I feel like that experience also like brought me closer with God because I just felt him like asking me like, what are you doing? Like, why are you doing all of this? Like, what are you doing this for? You know, and ever since then I've just been like really on that and like praying to God, like, God, give me confidence. Like I clearly am not confident in myself as much as I think I am. Like help me get strong, help me do this, help me get my period. And losing my period, that really messed me up mentally because I don't know, I just feel like as a woman, like, you know, with like periods and stuff, like if you have like an irregular period or no period, like, you know, that's a very big indicator that like there's something wrong and, you know, and stuff like that. So I think at 13 it just really like I don't know, it just really affected me. um so I was like really praying to God about that, you know, and then eventually I got my period back because I was starting to eat more and stuff like that and just bettering my habits, actually resting and like recovering and just overall like showing my body like love and like respect. So that's what I started to do like little by little, and it definitely took time to recover from that. I would say up until like maybe like 14 and a half to 15, but eventually I did. With time, it takes time, but I am now, you know, confident. I'm now like a very disciplined person when it comes to fitness. I mean, I'm a personal trainer now, so it's crazy, but that's the reason why I became a personal trainer, because it's just like I realized like, wow, like if I dealt with this, there's so many people out there that struggle with fitness. They have terrible relationship with food, terrible relationship with exercise, with themselves, unhealthy habits. I mean, there's just like a bunch of different things that I know people struggle with, and people struggle with fitness. And it's also very sensitive to people. Like some people get very you know, vulnerable with fitness, which is understandable. But that's the reason why I became a trainer, to help people, like what the caption said, like achieve their health and fitness goals in a healthy, sustainable way without restricting yourself. And I have like big three like core values in my fitness approach. So one is sustainable, healthy habits, like that will make long lasting change. No restrictive eating. So I'm very big about that towards like my clients and everything. And third one, the big D, discipline. I love discipline. I love talking about discipline. Like discipline is super important. And I always like strive for my clients to build that, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much where I'm at currently.
Thank you so much, Giselle. That was amazing. Thank you for sharing. If anyone has any questions, just raise your hand, put it in the chat, and I will put a timer.
Celeste, you have a question?
So how do you ever kind of like how do I say, like do you ever sometimes feel like that same feeling as before? And like how do you combat it? I know there's the word for it, like repress, no,
Like lapse.
relapse. Okay, see that.
Honestly, no, I feel like I really don't experience that. It has just taken me so much time to, like what I said, I'm all about like healthy habits and stuff like that. And I feel like I really emphasize that a lot because I feel like when you build like strong, healthy habits, I always tell people like habits are like a foundation. And when you have like a strong foundation, it's really hard to like break down again, kind of thing, like a house, right? Like a house needs a strong foundation, like not like barely anything could like really mess it up unless like the foundation is really weak, because I feel like that's where you have your roots and everything. um but no, not really. I don't feel like I don't really experience like any tendencies of like doing that. I think the closest I could say is possibly like um more so like I guess sometimes like wanting to emotional eat, so doing stuff like that because I feel like that's very easy to do, but I try to tell myself to like separate my emotions from food, and it takes time to do that too because that's definitely a hard thing to do, but I would say that. Sorry, there's more questions in the chat. Thank you, Janice. Thank you, Sarah. Thank you. I appreciate you all. What was your proudest moment while being a trainer, either with yourself or with a client? Um, my proudest moment being a trainer, actually, like I just love what I do. I truly do. And I think when I started my fitness journey when I was 13 and I'm 23 now. So a freaking decade of like being a fitness freak. Like that's crazy to me. Like it's just like, wow, like I'm really at this point. And honestly, like a lot of times, like my proudest moment is like whenever just my clients are like really opening up to me and telling me how much I've helped them. Like it really means a lot to me, like because I'm like, wow, like I'm really doing it. And I feel like a lot of times when I am training my clients and they come to me with like a problem, I find myself coaching the old me back then. So I have to like think back, okay, like what would I tell like 13-year-old Giselle? So I would say that is like a really proud moment for me. I know there's another question. How long have you been a trainer for personal trainer? What's your favorite part about being a trainer? I've been a trainer for over a year now. So over a year after I graduated school, I went straight into it. I'm very grateful. So yeah. And then you said, what's my favorite part? Ooh, I love pushing my clients. I love that. I'm not gonna lie. I love to see them struggle. I do. But I'm just being, and all my clients know that. Actually, I have a keychain. One of my clients got me this for Christmas last year. I'll read it because it's hard to read. But she got me a keychain, and it has a dumbbell, and it says, "A personal trainer, one who gets pleasure from inflicting pain on others," and it's very true. Like, and she's like, she gave it to me. She's like, "This matches you, girl." But it's so, I'm not gonna lie. I love to see them struggle, but it's more from the aspect of like, I feel like when you're really pushing yourself, like to me that builds discipline because you're pushing yourself even when it's hard. So I love that, and I always tell my clients like, you got to push, obviously in a healthy way. I'm not that type of person to like make them throw up. Nah, that's crazy. I don't do that. But just like in a healthy way of doing it, I do like that. But of course, overall, I just love helping them. I love seeing them see the progress that they make because a lot of times, like I can tell them, but they kind of get a little like um just like not have full confidence yet, and they're kind of like, oh, like I don't know, like do you really see it, or like this and that. But then once they finally realize like the progress, like it makes me happy that they see it. So yeah, I really like it. I really love that part too.
Okay, thank you so much, Giselle. You actually got done right in time because the timer just stopped right now. So, thank you so much, speakers. You guys did amazing. Thank you for coming and just saying your stories. I think everyone in here had a lot of questions. I'm so sorry we're going through it so fast. I know you guys wanted to probably ask more questions, but we are moving a little on. But thank you so much for the speakers for being here. I appreciate you guys for sharing your story today. And we are going to move on to the little quick activity. So as I told you guys to have a paper and a pen if you have it with you right now. So I would like everyone right now to write down one thing that you would tell your childhood self, something that you would like to tell your childhood self. That could be an advice, that could be something motivational, that could be something very short, anything that you would say. And then in the end, we're going to be sharing them either in the chat or we will be going up and saying it. I will be putting a timer of probably 4 minutes. I'll give everyone, maybe 3. I think 3 is pretty good. So we're gonna give 3. I'm gonna mute myself and we will just have that time together to just write something down. When you are done, just put the thumbs up just so I know how many people are. Thank you, Carla. Thank you, Jackie. I see you. Hey, Abby.
So we're writing something that we want to tell our younger selves, Jasmine.
Yes. Sarah, I saw your thumbs up too. Thank you, Trey. Thank you, Janice Lidisi. Thank you, Jasmine. Thank you, Brian. Okay, 3 seconds. Okay, we're good. Okay, so now that the timer's done, we are going to share. Make sure that you have your chat in the bottom if you want to share. If you want to share out loud, then raise your hand and we'll all go one by one. You don't really have to explain what you did. It's just to literally briefly just say it very quickly. So I guess I'll start with mine because I do want to share. So I basically said, you won't have success without failure. Lidisi?
I basically said, I believe you, I hear you, and time heals everything. I love you.
Oh, okay. Wait, let me mute myself. Sarah?
I would simply say to her, to my younger self, that it gets better. Just
I
keep
love that.
going. It gets better.
Kara?
All right. Don't try to please other people all the time. It isn't selfish to say no. You don't have to be perfect, and it's okay to be yourself. Don't let others diminish the light that you bring to the world. You are beautiful as you are. Keep being silly and fun. Tough times are ahead, but you will get through it. You're stronger than you know.
Perfect. Love that. Thank you. Carla?
Mine's similar to Sarah's. I put it does get better and it's okay to feel your emotions.
Thank you so much, Carla. Trey?
I wrote, make sure you love what you're doing. Remember, you're gonna die.
I love that. Thank you. Janice?
Okay, so I put, y'all are gonna make me cry. I put people's opinion of you to not define you. Be weird, be wild, be you.
Thank you. Thank you. That was beautiful. Jasmine?
I said to basically go with your heart before, because some people go with your mind instead of going with your heart, because your heart, you tend to second guess how you're feeling. So I would rather go with my heart and not second guess anything that I've done.
That's true. Thank you. Abby?
I said, someday you'll be the adult that you need right now, and that adult loves you beyond words.
Thank you so much for sharing. That was beautiful. Jackie?
Okay, I said the way someone treats you doesn't mean that you're not enough.
I love that. I felt that. Thank you, Jackie. Giselle?
I said I would tell myself to love myself and cherish what God created. Stop caring about what people think.
Thank you. Celeste?
I wrote, stop being so trusting of others. People may seem good, but they're just wolf in sheepskin.
Oh, wow. Jill, is that a hey or is that a okay?
No, it was me raising my hand. I'm sorry.
Okay, okay.
Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I'm
Yeah.
outside. All right. Mine's, I said it's okay to feel sad and it's okay to cry. And I'm proud of you. And haters are fans and camouflage.
That's perfect. Thank you so much. Does anyone else want to share? You still have time. I'll give you a couple little seconds, or you can put it in the chat if you have anything else. Okay. Fifi?
Yeah, okay, so I wrote, life is not a bed of roses. You are stronger than you think, and don't be afraid to move on.
Thank you. Giselle, do you want to say something else, or is your hand just raised? Okay, you're good. Okay, I think we have everyone. I think everyone has said something. So thank you so much, guys, for sharing. That was just a little exercise, something a little cute. Just wanted to hear what you guys had to say. Thank you for sharing. And to end it, oh, wait, Jill, do you have your hand raised or you have? Okay. Thank you for coming, guys, just joining us today. I honestly cannot tell you guys how nervous we were to get up here and talk, but it was so good. Thank you. And I appreciate you guys for just coming here and sharing this moment with us and for taking the time to even come here. I know it's pretty late and we started a little later than expected, but I just want all the speakers to know that we literally were hearing you. I got to know you guys a lot because I didn't even know the speakers before we even got here until I kind of heard a little bit of you guys. So thank you so much for coming here and you know, just from her collective as well, my entire team, I know that we're all so blessed to have you guys here. And for everyone who came today, thank you for coming and sharing time with us. I know it's hard to like make time and show up, so thank you. And yeah, that's literally about it. We're just happy you guys came. Thank you.
Yeah, we're so happy you came, and we're really hoping to see you at our next event in January. I'm gonna be spearheading that one. The theme is on fresh starts and new beginnings. I will be sharing my story revolving around that, and hope to have some speakers for that. We don't have a date yet, but as things get planned, we'll put out the information. But again, thank you everybody for coming, and to our speakers, and just for participating. Loved it.
Thank you so much, guys. I love you guys. I mean, I don't know you, but I love y'all.
Love y'all too. Thank you.
Much love, much love. Thank you so much. I don't know how you did the little heart thing, but hey, I want to do that. I'm gonna just put the little yes, Celeste, let's do that. Thank you. Thank you so much, guys. You guys can now head out whenever you guys are ready to go. There's really not much else. I appreciate you guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Bye. Okay, guys, that went really good. Okay.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
I think Delilah is still in here.
It is.
Okay, well, I'll just remove. Okay. So, that went really good. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. I literally don't know if I was so anxious. I literally was like, wait, what's going on? Do you guys think it went well? Like, how do you guys feel?
I think it was amazing. Yeah.
Okay. Ooh.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
liked it.
I think I'm glad that you did start doing the timer. We probably should have started that earlier.
Yes, earlier. That's
Um,
oh, Tara, can you stop recording just
Oh,
so
yeah.
like okay.